Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Good evening, everyone. Last week we talked about what is meditation, definition of meditations. So, to make it very simple, meditation means to develop mindfulness on 4 foundations, so or 4 objects. So that is called meditation. When we talk about 4 objects, it can be anything. It can be anything. So that is the simplest and easiest way to talk about meditation. When we are mindful, whatever we are doing, that is meditation. And the most popular one, popular definition of meditation is to develop insight and serenity and samatha and vipassanā. So that is the most popular one. So today we will talk about 2 types of meditation based on that one. So I think when we are learning about meditation, we need to know these two. So there are 2 types of meditation: bhavana, serenity and insight; samatha. Samatha, here I follow Bhikkhu Bodhi translation, serenity. But actually, Bhikkhu Bodhi also, in his early translations of the word samatha, sometimes he used calmed or serenity. Calm or tranquility. So wherever you use, actually they're the same, different variation of the samatha. Insight, only one definition. Okay, so and then when we study today based on what the Buddha taught, and then I hope you will have a clear understanding of definition of samatha and vipassanā. So we are going to study different methods of meditation. So before that, we must know these 2 definitions. Otherwise, we're confused. Okay, so 3 Samadhi Suttas from Anguttara Nikaya, chapter 4, Sutta number 92, 93, and 94, explain about samatha and vipassanā and their definition. So actually when we learn these 3 suttas, so you will, especially the last one, Tatiya Samadhi Sutta, the 3rd concentration sutta, and we will understand what is samatha and what is vipassanā. Samatha is described as the internal serenity of the mind. Ijjhata ceto samatha. Internal serenity of the mind. And we use one meditation method, then we will have internal serenity of the mind, internal stillness of the mind. That is samatha. Actually, we have a different type of samatha. Even your mind is concentrated into unwholesome meditation or unwholesome object, unwholesome things, even it can be called samatha, but that is not a samatha in Buddha meditation. So I think when we are learning jhana, and we'll talk about that, so it can be even samatha, serenity can be 2, Vipassana is described as a higher wisdom or insight into phenomena. So for that reason, we always say vipassana is wisdom. Insight and wisdom, they are variation. So higher wisdom or insight into phenomena. If you have an insight into phenomena, that will be vipassana. Insight. So later we will learn one by one. We will learn one by one. This is a just intro, you know. So samatha means internal serenity of the mind. You have a serenity and stillness of the mind, just like a still pool. So if the water is stable and serene, and you can see everything inside very clearly. Seeing everything inside very clearly means vipassana, insight. So actually for that reason, we have a very beautiful simile. Okay, let's talk about samatha. In Tatiya Samadhi Sutta, we have a 3 concentration sutta. So the last one, actually the first one talk about 4 type of passing. Some people attain samatha and do not attain vipassana. Number 1. Number 2, some people attain insight, vipassana, but they don't have a samatha. And number 3, some people do not have anything. But the last one, some people have both, you know, samatha and vipassana. So that is the first sutta. And second one, in second sutta, the Buddha talk about for those, number one person, for those who attain samatha, do not have a vipassana, and they should approach those who have a insight or samatha or vipassana, and should ask. Oh no, second one is the second sutta is the those who have just samatha, do not have a vipassana, they should practice to attain vipassana based on samatha. Number 1. Number 2, for those who just got vipassana, do not have a samatha, those people, they should practice to attain samatha based on based on vipassana. Second sutta. And third one, for those who do not have none of them, these 2, and should practice, should make, a lot of effort to achieve 2 qualities, samatha and vipassana. So in that sutta, the Buddha gave a beautiful simile. So if you do not have a samatha or vipassana, you have to make every effort, just like a person who hair caught fire. If you caught fire in your hair, you have to put out, yeah? You have to extinguish the fire. You will make every effort. Just like that, for those who do not have a samatha and vipassana, we have to make a lot of effort. No? And the fourth one, for those who have both samatha and vipassana, they should practice, and they should continue to practice to extinguish taints, defilements, to extinguish defilements. So that is second sutta. So that sutta talk about actually differently. For those who just attain samatha and do not have a vipassana, should approach those who attain vipassana. How they should practice to attain vipassana. And second one, those who attain just vipassana, do not have a samatha, should approach those who attain samatha, and should ask how they should practice. And third one, those who don't have samatha and vipassana should approach those who have samatha and vipassana and should ask how to practice. And third one, those who have a two qualities, samatha and vipassana, and have to based on samatha and vipassana, have to practice to extinguish taints or defilements, to eradicate taints or defilements. So that is a Third Sutta. So today we will study based on Third Sutta, Tatiya Samadhi Sutta. So what is samatha, serenity? I think you may have a lot of questions in your mind right now. Don't worry, those questions will be answered along the way, you know. Samatha, serenity. Samatha is described as the internal serenity of the mind. So actually in this sutta, for those who just have only vipassana, should approach those who achieve samatha. That is the question. How, friend, should the mind be steadied? How should the mind be composed? How should the mind be unified? How should the mind be concentrated? So actually when we look at the question, actually the Buddha himself give the method how to ask. So by looking at this sutta, and we can understand the definition of samatha. So here, one by one we'll go, one by one. How, friend, should the mind be steadied? How should the mind be composed? How should the mind be unified? How should the mind be concentrated? So when we look at this here, steadying the mind is samatha. Composing the mind is samatha. Unifying the mind is samatha. And concentrating the mind is samatha. Concentrating on the object. Concentration of the mind. Steadying of the mind. Composing of the mind. Unification of the mind. So that is samatha. So later we'll go one by one. So this is a Bhikkhu body note on this sutta. Here, Ambimi Manoratha Purini, the commentary of Anguttara Nikaya, commentary of this sutta. The commentary said that the mind should be steadied and composed, unified, and concentrated by way of the first jhana. And so too for the second and higher jhanas. So that means samatha can be achieved by way of the first jhana, second, third, the fourth jhana according to Sutta, the fifth jhana according to Abhidhamma. So that is how to say that we can say that the definition of samatha. Samatha can be achieved by way of jhanas. We'll go one by one. So that is what the commentary said. So according to this commentary, so that means samatha can be called, how to say, the concentration of the mind achieved by practicing jhanas. Wait, that is just one definition, no? One definition. Samatha, serenity, will analyze one by one. The first sentence, how, friend, should the mind be steadied? Check down centipede tapan. Actually, Bhikkhu Bodhi translation is not literal translation. Then I will use Asma Akacheda. In his book, Asma Akacheda, many of you know that, he is a Malaysian Chinese, famous in Malaysia, another meditation masters. He can read Pali, and he's well versed in Pali Canon, and this is his definition. Actually, to know Pali here is important. Centipede tapan, Chaitan, centipede tapan. We must know the word centipede tapan. So actually, Asma Akacheda gave a literal translation of the Pali. Sami, properly. Tapemi, cause to stand. Cause to stand. Here, then I keep it on the table. Cause to stand. Tapami is to be. So together, the mind is to be made to stand properly. To stand properly on the meditation object. Our mind should be stand properly on the meditation object. So that is what centipede tapami. Very beautiful, you know. Here, tapami, you put something standing, you know. So you put something, you know, the tree is falling down. Then you make the tree stand, you know, put properly. And also the same way, you put your mind on the meditation object properly. That is definition of centipede tapa. So if you look at this definition, literal translation, and we can now clearly understand what is the method to achieve samatha, internal serenity of the mind. If we keep our mind on the meditation object, if the mind is, if the mind stand, you know, if the mind stand on the meditation object properly, then we will have a internal serenity of the mind. In other words, we can say that there is a definition of samatha. So to achieve internal serenity of the mind, and we have to put our mind on the meditation object properly. If you are practicing breathing meditation, so breathing is your meditation object. So you have to cause your mind, you know, to stand on the meditation object properly. When you are breathing in, you must know that your mind must be there, you know. Your mind must know that you are breathing in. When you are breathing out, you must know that you are breathing out. So that means you keep your mind standing on the meditation object, you know. So that is the first step on is the first sentence. So by looking at this one, now we understand the mind is to be made to stand properly on the meditation object. So in this way, you will have internal serenity of the mind. Another one, if we use chanting as a meditation object, in the shrine hall, we chant. So we use chanting as a meditation object. So your mind must stand on the chanting properly. If your mind is going here and there, no, that's not meditation. You do not keep your mind to stand on the meditation object. You do not keep your mind. So in that way, you will not get samatha, internal serenity of the mind. If your mind, you know, if you can keep your mind only on the chanting, not going anywhere, you will have internal serenity. you have a stillness of the mind. No? That is samatha. Question? Okay. Please, okay.
Bhante, if you keep the mind standing properly on the object, is that samadhi?
Yeah.
Samadhi.
Samadhi or samatha, same.
Same.
But I think here, samatha is as a result of samadhi.
Yes.
Maybe we, in this sense, as a result of samadhi, then we get samatha. Actually, we normally, how to say that, compare samatha and samadhi together. Actually, in this sense, here, a little bit different. If we have a samadhi on one meditation object, then we will have a samatha. Okay.
Samatha here seems to be bigger, and then samadhi seems to be a tool whereby you can achieve that concentration on that point.
Yeah.
Samatha seems to be bigger as a result of that pinpoint concentration. When you stand properly, you will get tranquility.
You're right. You're right.
Okay.
Okay, another question.
Bhante, can you kindly explain, when you mentioned the three groups regarding samatha and vipassanā, the first being that you have samatha without vipassanā,
Yeah.
right? And then the second, you have vipassanā without samatha. Can you kindly explain how you can ever achieve insight without the first?
Good question. Yeah, good question. The question is, actually here we have 4 types of people. Number 1, those who have a samatha do not be in vipassana. Second one, those only have a vipassana and do not have a samatha. It's a good question. Actually, normally, technically, without samatha, you cannot achieve insight. We always say that. But sometimes I think we have to understand in the way that I will give you example. I will give you example. So among the Buddhists, some Buddhists are full of devotion, full of faith. They always come to temple, they're chanting all the time, and doing puja morning, evening, etc. Devotion. Some people, they just come and attend classes. They are full of knowledge. Full of knowledge. They don't have a faith and devotion. So not equal. Not equal. So as a good Buddhist, we must have both devotion and knowledge. In other words, we can call it intellectual and devotional. We must be devotional as well as intellectual. So I think here what the Buddha want to say is a second person. Those who have only in vipassana do not have a samatha. It means his vipassana or insight or wisdom is very, very high. Very high. But he or she did not pay attention to have a internal serenity of the mind. Of course, as a result of samatha, he may have a insight. In other words, we can call it wisdom. A lot of wisdom. But he couldn't combine with the insight. Samatha. For that reason, his insight is not powerful to eradicate defilements. So here, I don't think that without concentration here means higher level of concentrations, we cannot achieve higher level of insight, higher level of insight to attain enlightenment. But here, insight here means minimum level, I think, not a higher one. So of course, for those who do not practice meditation, they have an insight like everyone must die. Everyone must die. That is insight. That is insight. So he used his intellectual thinking, not using how to say serialization, like a Buddhist. So as a Buddhist, if you practice meditation, and you will have concentrations or samadhi, then you will realize by yourself, nama rupa, mental and physical phenomena are impermanent. So that is insight, higher level. But I think here, the person who has only vipassanā and do not have a samatha, it means he has a lot of insight or the wisdom, but do not have a I cannot say do not have, but less samatha. The mind is not stable, the mind is not stable.
So meaning he probably has a very crude form of understanding of how things are, mainly maybe perhaps more intellectual, rather than self-realization, seeing it and understanding it from self. So it's a very crude form of insight, perhaps mainly made up of intellectual understanding. Is that what you're saying?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Okay.
Sorry, tell him now.
Okay, so hard to articulate something so refined.
It's okay.
Yeah.
If you,
Okay.
because
So, yeah.
very
so,
hard.
Yes. So my question also is, how can a person be deemed to have insight when he doesn't have serenity of the mind? Because it is serenity of the mind, samatha, that will enable him to penetrate and then to see for himself the truth of things. So the explanation that you have given is perhaps somebody like that, his wisdom or his insight is probably a very crude, low-level form of understanding.
I think so. It's low level. Because
crude.
Okay.
Yeah, because perhaps it is more due to his own intellectual understanding, because he doesn't have the stillness of the mind, the quietness inside,
Yeah, you're right.
to be able to see things moving about in his mind. So it's probably a very
Yeah.
low-level, crude understanding.
I think so. I think she reinforced my answer. Yeah, it's a if you look at this Sutta, some question arose, some question, many questions. Right. Normally, what we know is without samadhi, and we cannot attain insight.
Yeah.
Insight. Actually, here I think insight here means very low level maybe. It doesn't mean he or she doesn't have a samatha or samadhi, samadhi. For that reason, if we quote the Sutta, Samadhi Sutta in Satcha Sanyutta, Samadhi Bhikkhve Bhaveta, Samahito Bhikkhve Jathabhutam Pachanadi. So the one who is concentrated know things as they really are. So that means the one who have a samadhi will know everything in their true nature. Knowing the phenomena in their true nature is the insight. Samadhi is we normally say samatha. So if we quote that Sutta, yeah, all right. Without samadhi, we cannot achieve insight, or the knowledge to know everything in their true natures. And also we have many suttas, the purpose of sila. What is the purpose? We already learned, So there is a gradual understanding. The purpose of tranquility is to achieve concentrations. The purpose of concentration is to achieve Yatha Buddha Jnana Dasana, the knowledge of things as they really are. So actually the knowledge of things as they really are is the insight, vipassana. Samatha, concentrations, is samatha. So in this sutta, yes, the Buddha said that a person who has only vipassana, who has a vipassana and do not have a samatha. So if we look at the language, it looks like vipassana can be achieved without samatha. I don't think so. I don't think so. What the Buddha want to highlight is some people have a insight but low samatha, lower level of samatha. Want to indicate, I think, indicate. Okay. Take question? Okay, no question. Huh? So here, if you look at here, so if we keep our mind to stand on the meditation object properly, and we will achieve samatha. So keeping our mind to stand on the meditation object, that is samadhi. As a result of that one, then we will have a samatha. So according to this sutta, samatha as the result of samadhi. Anyway, we can equate, and we can equate the samatha with the samadhi. Okay, next one. How should the mind be composed? Chaitan, Sanit, Sari, Tapan. So actually, this one also not a literal translation. Then we study literal translation of Sanit, Sari, Tapan, Pali. Sami, properly. Nit, Sari, me, cause to sit. Tapami is to be. So is to be made to sit properly. So the mind is to be made to sit properly on the meditation object. You are practicing breathing meditation. You keep your mind on the breathing object. You let your mind sit on the meditation breathing object properly. So that is called concentrations or samatha. So here, samatha means internal serenity of the mind. So if you let your mind to sit on the meditation object properly, then you have internal serenity of the mind. You have a samatha. But here, sometimes in not only in Pali but also in any other language, we have the method of speaking. So even though we are talking the method or the practice to achieve samatha, we always say letting the mind sit on the meditation object itself is samatha. You understand? So what in Pali canon, we have a method. Actually, in Pali we call it tanupasa. Tanupasa means suppose we call the people in Singapore Singaporean. So you are living in Singapore. we use the place, we use the place, only passing, Singaporean. So here also, actually, keeping the mind to sit on the meditation object, actually this is the practice to attain samatha. But we interpret keeping our mind to sit on the meditation object, that is samatha. Actually, it is not a samatha, it is samadhi. As a result of samadhi or concentration, then you will have a samatha. But here, we can say that the definition of, this is one of the definition of samatha. You got my point? You got my point. A little bit confusing, So actually, samatha here means internal serenity of the mind, stillness of the mind, So that state of the mind, stillness of the mind, internal serenity of the mind can be achieved by way of practice. And the practice that you keep your mind, you keep your mind and sit on the meditation object. Actually, keeping your mind to sit on the meditation object, that is just the method. It is not a samatha, literally, but as a result of that practice, and you will have internal serenity of the mind, or stillness of the mind, as a result of that. But instead of saying like this, we normally interpret samatha here means keeping the mind to sit on the meditation object. That is samatha. If your mind is sitting on the meditation object properly, that is samatha. So what I'm going to say is, literal translation is very beautiful, very beautiful. If you are sitting on the chair properly, very comfortable, very comfortable. Just like that, we keep our mind on the meditation object. Using a simile, we let our mind sit on the meditation object properly. So the mind is at peace. And the mind will have we will have an internal serenity of the mind. That is samatha. Question? Okay. You see it,
Bhante, I'm reminded of this lady Visakha, that when she was asked by the Buddha, what does she derive from doing so much dana and the request of the 8 boons from the Buddha, where she actually gave and supported the visiting monks into Vasali.
Yeah.
And she said that when she prepares the food and whatever, that she wants to offer to the Sangha, she did it very, very carefully. And in the process of doing it and also making the offering, she derived a lot of joy. And through deriving a lot of joy, the mind is tranquil and the body is also tranquil. So is this also a form of not only meditation, but the development of samatha in her case?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. So in
Yeah.
the process of preparation of the food,
Yes.
and everything, she's very mindful. She do it very mindfully. Then she achieve tranquility of the mind. Actually, tranquility here means samatha. The same thing. Actually, in Pali Canon, samatha, the quality of samatha are shown with the different terms. Actually, here, piti, rapture, This is another quality of samatha. So if you are practicing meditation quite well, then you have a rapture. You will enjoy it. That is the another maybe lower quality, you will see that. Yeah? The lower quality of samatha. Another higher one is the pamaucha. Pamaucha is the joy, higher one. And another higher one is the tranquility, pathetic tranquility. So why Lady Visakha is preparing food for the Sangha, and she will be rapture, joy, and tranquility. Then another quality, concentration, samadhi. So these are the process normally the Buddha show, the Buddha show. Actually, this is what the commentary say, is what the commentary say. In earlier time, ancient time, one of the monks from Sri Lanka, he went to Buddha Gaya by riding, the boat. Then on the way, he see, water, on the ocean. Wherever you see ocean, you see water. So actually he imagined the Buddha taught patthana in Abhidhamma, patthana. So actually patthana is just like the ocean, intellect, intellect wisdom. So by comparing ocean with the wisdom of the Buddha, and he have a rapture and joy in his mind. Then he contemplate, that is the samatha. And he contemplate his mind, and joy arises and passes away, That is in vipassanā. He used insight or wisdom, arising and passing away of joy, pamauja. Then he became arahant. So here, in this case, so that monk practice, achieve tranquility of the mind, or internal serenity of the mind. So that is samatha. The mind is very quiet and very peaceful. Then he contemplate the nature of his mind. Even the joy and tranquility arises and passes away. So that is the insight of vipassanā. So by practicing insight, then he became arahant. So it's actually what I want to highlight is the nature of samatha and vipassanā, or insight. So in this story, is a very very well-known story in Abhidhamma commentary. So actually in this very good example, Lady Visakha, while she was preparing the food for the monks, he have a joy and happiness, in her mind. That is internal serenity of the mind. And we can use that, temporary tranquility of the mind to practice insight meditations. For those who are skillful, and they through that concentrations and concentrated mind, and can contemplate the nature of the mind. But may not be, if the concentration is weak, may not be easy. The concentration must be very, very high, very, very deep. So wherever object you concentrate on, focus on, and you will have a internal serenity of the mind. Now you are concentrating on the lessons, then you will have a internal serenity of the mind. That is samatha. Okay, question?
Thank you.
Bhante, regarding the two aspects, steadying the mind on the object of meditation and sitting on the object, what is that fine difference?
Sorry, fine?
What is the fine difference between steadying on the object of meditation and sitting?
Oh, yeah.
What is the difference?
No different, no different. This is just a, how to say, the example, you know. So normally, the Buddha want to make sure, how to say, the listener understand the definition of samatha. But here, whether you are standing, suppose you are standing on the ground properly, so then you cannot fall down, you know. Then as a baby, cannot stand, you know, cannot stand away, fall down. If you sit down on the chair or somewhere, you know, properly, then you will not fall down. A baby sit down on the chair and then fall down. So that is the example, just example, you know, that is just example. Example means we keep our mind on the meditation object properly. So actually the Buddha gave, how to say that, Sanit Sari Tapan. Using, actually, Asma Akacheta is very detailed, you know, he gave a very detailed explanation, literally. That is just no different, you know, no different, just example, you know, example. We keep our mind to stand on the meditation object, to sit on the meditation object, the same. Okay.
Bhante, I have a question here.
Okay.
We could be sitting on the wrong chair and focusing on the wrong thing, and yet you still can achieve serenity. So I think the Noble Eightfold Path is the right way to apply it so that we have the right tranquility and the right insight. Because if we are sitting on the wrong chair, so what if you are tranquil? And you might look at things very differently. So I think employing the Noble Eightfold Path is a good way to make sure that we apply the right effort and, you know, all those 8 components, right concentration, right mindfulness, blah, 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 and to make sure that we achieve the right thing. I mean, we could be sitting on the wrong place at the wrong time and we go a separate way, you know, not Nirvana.
Very good, very good.
Yeah.
I like it. Very good example, you know. If you are sitting in the wrong place, you know, that is a, it can be called samatha. It can be called samatha. One time, Venerable Ananda was asked by one of the devotees, and is every type of jhana is good? And Venerable Ananda said, no. Jhana here means meditating on something, you know, concentrating on something. If we are concentrating on irritating thing, you know, not properly, you know, then you are sitting on the wrong place. For that reason, traditionally we have a 40 meditation object. 40 meditation object. So these are right chairs to sit on. Yeah, there are some wrong chairs, wrong places, you know. So I think when we are talking about jhana, and we quote that Sutta. Suppose sometime we are thinking about a person who disgrace us. Then you just meditate on that person. The anger increase, you know, anger increase. So that is concentration or jhana. Is it not type of jhana? Type of jhana. Venerable Ananda asked, only point out. So such type of jhana are not good. Sometimes you are seeing something or somebody, you know, somebody full of longing, full of craving. So your mind is very concentrated, you know. Your mind is sitting on that object. And properly, you can see that, you know. Then that is called jhana according to Kopaka Maukalana Sutta, Majjhima Nikaya. Okay, so we'll go to that Sutta. Okay.
Bhante, when a meditator is doing samatha meditation, so the mind will achieve tranquility. But when he leaves the meditation, will he still has the tranquility after that?
What? Sorry.
When he leaves the meditation, let's say when he stops, will the tranquility still with him, remain with him, or it's already gone?
Meditation.
That means during meditation, a meditator, when he meditates, samatha meditation,
Okay.
he will achieve tranquility
Okay.
at the point of meditation.
I see.
So when he leaves the meditation,
Yeah.
that means he stops the meditation, he get out.
Okay.
Can he still maintain the tranquility?
Or it depends. Some people, the power of concentration is very, very high. Wherever posture he is in, like standing, sitting down, lying down, wherever posture, he or she will have a internal serenity of the mind. His mind have a stillness of the mind. It depends. Some people, even they are meditating in the shrine hall, do not have an internal serenity of the mind. So what I want to say, it depends on our quality of the mind, whether we have our mind is concentrated on the meditation object or not. Some people, they have a full of concentrations. Even they come out from meditation hall, the mind is stay quiet and tranquil. Yeah. Thank you. Okay.
Bhante, regarding the Lady Visakha example, I just want to share a practical experience because I think the practical part is very important. Lady Visakha felt a lot of joy when she was preparing the meal to offer to the Buddha, because that is a very strong kusala deed.
Yeah.
So that is a form, and then she achieved tranquility, so that is a form of meditation. Actually, when we offer dana faithfully and in the right way, we can even notice that the joy that we have, there are different degrees of joy.
You're right.
Yeah. For example, and this one I learned from you last year when we talked about dana, these are the different stages which I myself have experienced. Before you give, there is joy, because you made a decision to do something good for someone good.
Yeah.
Whilst you are giving, you are very mindful, to offer it in the right way and in the right mindset. So first is joy. Your mental state is joy, and you can notice it. There's joy, and then before giving, then there's a mindfulness whilst you're giving, and then there is elation after you've given, and the elation is way higher than joy. So if you meditate properly, from a practical application point of view, you can see that even that mental quality of joy has got different stages. The first stage rises and falls, the second stage rises and falls, the third stage is the highest, the peak, and it rises and falls. And even though elation has fallen away after you've gone home, but that mental quality that you have experienced, because it's direct experience, it stays with you. And that is direct experience.
Right. Such type of dana is called, can be called chaga, but we have the Buddha use a special term, chaitalinkara, the ornament of the mind. So actually, if you practice such dana, before you give, you will join. While you are giving, happy. After you give, you are happy. So you are ornamenting your mind. Chaitalinkara, very beautiful. It's the highest one, it's a higher type of dana. Chaga also can be called. Chaga, you, you do it generosity and loving kindness, compassion. There's no expectation. Okay. Okay, so this is second one. Standing on the meditation object, sitting on the meditation object must be properly, properly mean on the Noble Eightfold Path. So you must have right view and right intention. Then only so that we can see that properly, properly. And third one, how should the mind be unified? Chaitan ekoti katapan. Unifying, very beautiful word. Eka means the only one, without companion, the only one. Uti means being, katapa means to be made. So that means Chaitan ekoti katapa means to make the mind to be only on the meditation object. So mind, you keep your mind only meditation object. You make your mind unified. Unified. There's no other object in your mind. When you are breathing, when you are breathing meditation, so you're trying to unify your mind to the breathing. That's all. No other things. No other object came in. For that reason, so here I will repeat a beautiful example. So one of the students, the Zen, Zen saying, many of you know that. One of the students asks, why I am meditating, the Buddha came and visit. What should I do? Kill the Buddha. There's no other thing, Only your mind must focus on meditation object. That's all. Even the Buddha come to your mind, no, have to kill him. Let alone other people. That's important, That's important. Unification of the mind on the meditation object. That is called samatha. The next one, how should the mind be concentrated? But here, concentrated is not a literal translation. Samatha. So Asma Agacheda gave a literal translation. Samatha means stand properly, ami to bring, tahami cause to place. Is to be brought and placed properly. So that means the mind is to be brought and placed on the meditation object properly. The same thing. And you bring your mind and place it on the meditation object properly. And you bring your children and put it on the chair properly. Let him sit down. Just like that, when we are practicing meditations, we have to bring our mind to the meditation object and let the mind stay there, stay there. Actually, it is quite similar to Vitakka Vichara, Vitakka Vichara. In the jhana factors, Vitakka bring the mind to the meditation object. If the mind ran away, bring the mind again, and put it on the meditation object. The mind will run away again and again, then bring the mind to the meditation object. That is samatha. Actually, vitakka is a very important jhana factor. Without vitakka, you cannot attain jhana. So, vichara, sustain application. The mind no longer go anywhere. Just stay near the meditation object. Then staying and lingering on the meditation object. That is vichara. So later we'll go one by one. So here also, samatha, the mind is to be brought and placed on the meditation object properly. So you bring your mind and place your mind on the meditation object properly. That is a samatha. If you are doing so, you will have a internal serenity of the mind, stillness of the mind. That is samatha. Question? I think this one easy, right? Okay. So now, want to summarize the definition of samatha. Then I hope you understand what is samatha mean. Samatha actually means serenity of the mind or tranquility of the mind. You feel happy, you feel joy, you feel you have a rapture, tranquility, concentration. These are the quality of samatha. Quality of samatha. To obtain internal serenity of the mind, we have to make sure that our mind is properly standing and sitting on the meditation object, breathing, etc. So we have a different type of meditation object. So next year I will learn. Traditionally we have a 40 meditation object. Breathing is one of them. So we have to make sure that our mind is properly standing on the meditation object, properly sitting on the meditation object. So in that way, you will have internal serenity of the mind, stillness of the mind. Actually, samatha, the literal translation of samatha is as a result of piti, rapture, as a result of joy, pamaucha, and as a result of tranquility, passaddhi, as a result of concentration, samadhi, and you will have internal serenity of the mind, a quiet mind. That is samatha. But we normally say rapture, joy, tranquility, concentration, they are samatha. They are a part of samatha, right? And we have to bring and place our mind to the meditation object with one pointedness of the mind, unification of the mind. So that is called samatha. I hope you understand. Okay, any question? No question, right? So actually we have talked definition of samatha according to the suttas, according to the suttas, according to what the Buddha taught. Now we are talking about definition of samatha according to commentary, not what the Buddha taught. No? Actually, commentaries are very important. So the commentator, normally they have a very wide knowledge and they can see teachings of the Buddha part eye view, part eye view from the top. Can see everything. Sometimes they make a final conclusion and so such conclusion normally right. But sometimes they make incomplete conclusion. So it creates a lot of suspicion, So this is according to the commentary of the first Abhidhamma book, Attasalini. Actually, Attasalini is very important. And also the Visuddhimagga and Attasalini are very important. It defines the most important definition of mental and physical state. If we want to talk about the mind, other than teachings of the Buddha, then we can go to commentary of the first Abhidhamma book, especially because it defines what is Cheta, what is Cetasika, what is Dosa, what is Lobha, etc. So it will define the definition of a what? Mental state. So this is according to the commentary of the first Abhidhamma book, Kamit Chanda Deyo Pechanika Dhammi Samadhi Samatha, cause to still opposite phenomena such as sensual desire and so on. That is a literal translation of commentary descriptions. course, to still the opposite defilement, opposite phenomena, such as sensual desire, and so on. Actually, we have 5 hindrances: sensual desire, airway, sloth and torpor, and doubt, and restlessness and worry. So these are 5 hindrances for the internal serenity of the mind. If you have these 5 hindrances, nivarana, you cannot achieve internal serenity of the mind. So we'll study in details. So the Buddha have given a very beautiful simile for all these dangers or hindrances. So actually the commentary, by looking at teachings of the Buddha, he defined what is samatha in different way, Actually it is totally different. But finally, the meaning is not different, but the way it used the language is different. So in the Suttas, and Samadhi Sutta, the Buddha used what is samatha, internal serenity of the mind. If your mind is peaceful and quiet, that's samatha. Very, very, easy. But here, commentary mentioned that if you can still 5 hindrances, then that is called samatha. Samadhi samatha. Actually, the meaning is not different. If you can still, or if you can kill, not kill, actually it's not a killing. If you can kill 5 hindrances, you attain magga and phala. But here it's not a killing, just taming, taming for a while, or suppressing for a while. If you can suppress sensual desire in your mind, if you can suppress or still ill will in your mind, and you will have a internal serenity of the mind. If you don't have sloth and torpor, if you don't have a restless and worry, if you don't have a doubt, then you have a internal serenity of the mind. The same, right? The same. The commentary mentioned by using negative definition, that if you can still 5 hindrances, then you have a internal serenity of the mind. A beautiful definition, but it defines a different dimension, different dimension. If we are angry, if we have a lot of ill will, our mind is not tranquil, we will not have a internal serenity of the mind. If you can suppress, if you can still or tame that ill will or anger, then peace, internal serenity of the mind. That is the nature of samatha. So here, the difference between samatha and vipassana. Samatha, you just suppress temporarily. You just cover the problem under the carpet. That's all. But if the time comes, the problem will come up. But inside or vipassana, you're trying to clear all the rubbish, with the brush, with the brush. There's no more problem under the carpet. So that is the insight. That's another aspect of samatha and vipassana. Samatha, you're trying to tame your mind or stay negative mental state for a while. If you attain jhana, for a long time, for a long time. But if you practice insight and you can kill, you can kill 5 hindrances or any defilements once and for all. So that is the difference between samatha and vipassana. So here, actually, this is a opposite phenomena. For Arahant and the Buddha, they do not have any defilements in their mind. Actually, this is another definition of samatha. by Myanmar set commentary, Sangaha Myanmar set commentary. Actually, if we follow the commentary explanation, how about Arahant and the Buddha? They don't have a opposite phenomena. They don't have a 5 hindrances in their mind. But they also practice samatha, right? How? For that reason, the set commentary said in such way. 2 definitions. Kilese samadhi samatha, cause to still the defilements. That is for, how to say, normal people up to non-returner. This definition is if we practice samatha, we cause to still and suppress the defilements. The defilement cannot come in. Just for a while, just for a while. Another one, this one is for Arahant and the Buddha. Chaitan samadhi samatha, cause to still the mind. That means internal serenity of the mind. If Arahant and the Buddha, and they can, if they practice samatha, and they will have a tranquility of the mind. Their mind will be more tranquil. Internal serenity of the mind. Okay, so I just want to compare, Pali Canon, commentary, and set commentary. But if you understand Pali Canon, more than enough, more than enough. Question. Actually here, as Markacheda, he talk about this is some of the meaning of samatha. Number 1, stilling of sankhara. Stilling of sankhara. Here, sankhara means conditioned phenomena. We'll talk about this later. So sankhara means 5 aggregate. In other words, mind and matter. In other words, we can use 6 sense bases. So you can use anyone. 5 aggregate, mind and matter, 6 sense bases. They're the same. They're the same. So if you practice samatha, you can still 5 aggregate. Your 5 aggregate. You can still mind and matter. And you can still 6 sense bases. For those who are practicing meditations, so their 5 aggregate are very calm and tranquil. And their mind and matter tranquil. That is samatha. Next one is the calmness, tranquility of the mind. Same, But the last one, settlement of an issue. Actually, this is a when we learn Vinaya Pitaka, we have a 7 samatha for the monks and nuns. So these are the method to settle the problem, issue. Of course, among the monks and among the Sangha community, if we have a problem, and we can use this method to settle those issues. So these are also called samatha. There's nothing to do with the samatha here, but the same definition, the same definition. Settlement of an issue, so you settle an issue or problem by using sabin method. Okay, so up to now we have learned what is samatha or serenity. Then I hope you understand. So according to Pali Canon, internal serenity of the mind. So if you have rapture, if you have joy, if you have a tranquility, passaddhi, if you have a concentration samadhi, and you will have internal serenity of the mind, samatha. But we define what is samatha by using all these one, by using all these one. Rapture, piti, joy, pamauja, and tranquility, passaddhi, concentration samadhi. So these are the quality of samatha. according to commentary usually follow the same method. Still cause to still the opposite phenomena. So opposite phenomena here mean 5 hindrances. So if you can tame 5 hindrances, if you can suppress 5 hindrances, at that moment you will have internal serenity of the mind. Same definition. Commentary define negative point of view. But Pali Canon, very simple. Internal serenity of the mind. Question? Any more question for the definition of samatha? Okay.
Bhante, must you, when you have rapture, right, must you like the rapture? When you have rapture, must you like the rapture?
Like. You have to like it?
No, when you have rapture on the body, right, must you like the feeling of the rapture?
Sorry. Actually, my understanding, my English, very weak. You mean your body must be light?
No, when you have rapture, there's a certain sensation in the body.
Yeah.
Right? So, do you like the sensation?
Like.
Must you like the sensation?
Oh, like. Normally, it depends. When you like it, that's craving.
But
that's
can
craving.
you don't like it?
That's hatred. That's also craving.
But
we don't need to like or dislike. If you like it, lobha. If you don't like it, dosa. But you must know rapture arises. That's all. But if you like it, not a problem in normal way. But if you want to attain nibbana, that is the danger. That's the danger. Okay, thank you. So I think enough, right? I hope you understand the definition of samatha. Okay. Move to another topic. Vipassana. Very heavy one, Insight or wisdom. I want to use the Cambridge Dictionary. What is insight? That's not for you, for me. Because to know what is insight. Insight here means the ability to have a clear, deep, sometimes certain understanding of a complicated problem or situation. I think very beautiful terms. For that reason, everyone translate the word vipassana, insight. Accurate, very sufficient terms to cover the word vipassana. But even that one is not a literal meaning. We'll go, what is literal meaning? Vipassana insight. So vipassana is described as the higher wisdom or insight into phenomena. Higher wisdom or insight into phenomena. Here, we have to know the word wisdom, higher wisdom or insight. So actually here, wisdom and insight, they're the same, They're the same. A deep panya. Actually, insight here means higher wisdom, higher wisdom. We have to know the word Dhamma. Dhamma is not a teaching here. Dhamma is phenomena, natural phenomena. So when you touch the fire, very hot, natural phenomena. Air moving in your body, natural phenomena. So these are the Dhamma or natural phenomena. When you see something, that's unconsciousness. You know the object, your mind, not you, the mind knows the object. That is Dhamma, natural phenomena. Okay, later what is Dhamma, I will explain one by one. The word Dhamma refer to Sankhara. Sankhara. Here also, the word Sankhara is important to know. Conditioned things. Conditioned things. We can also say five aggregate are Sankhara. Five aggregate are Dhamma. Or six sense bases are the Dhamma. So here, higher wisdom or insight into phenomena. So that means you have an insight regarding with Dhamma. Dhamma means five aggregate and six sense bases, or mind and matter. Namarupa. Namarupa. So whatever you call it. But must be conditioned things. Conditioned things. But here, Dhamma, the word Dhamma and Sankhara are the same here. But actually, the word Dhamma extends to everything, including Nibbana. But here, Nibbana cannot be practiced as a vipassana. We cannot use Nibbana to practice vipassana because Nibbana is not a sankhara. Not sankhara. But here, I think, first of all, we must know the word Dhamma is a natural phenomena. Dhamma and sankhara are the same. Here. Sankhara means conditioned things. So sankhara, five aggregates are sankhara. Six sense bases are sankhara. Namarupa, mind and matter, or mind and body, are sankhara. We'll study what is sankhara. We must know sankhara. So it's Sankhara Sutta in Anguttara Nikaya. The Buddha talk about what is sankhara. But here, in that Sutta, the Buddha used the word Sinkhata. Sinkhata. Actually, Sinkhata and sankhara the same, conditioned things. The Buddha said, Bhikkhus, there are these three characteristics that define the conditioned. Sinkhata. Sinkhata. But here, Sinkhata and sankhara the same, same. The conditioned things. So actually, three characteristics of conditioned things. And arising is seen. It arises. Vanishing is seen. It vanishes and ceases. And its alteration, why it persists, it's seen. So that means three characteristics. It arises, and it will vanish. But in between, arising and vanishing, in between, there's one mind moment. That's one moment. It's called alteration, why it persists. It persists. In Abhidhamma, we call it three sub-mind moment. Three sub-mind moment. Any state of mind or any physical state. So we have a three moment, arising and stay present and cessation. So that is called three set moment. Three set moment. So when we say sankhara or conditioned things, so sankhara must have something has three characteristics: rising, vanishing, and alteration. Why it persists? So Nibbana do not have these three characteristics. For that reason, it is not called conditioned things. It is called asinkhata, unconditioned things. Then actually the same Sutta, the Buddha said, bhikkhus. So there are these three characteristics that define the unconditioned, asankhata. What three? No arising is seen, no vanishing is seen, no alteration while it persists is seen. So these are three characteristics that define the unconditioned. But here, what I want to point out here is in Abhidhamma we have how to say that Uppada Titi Benga in Abhidhamma, arising and present and passing away, Banga. So these are three set moments. Some scholars, they say that in the conferences, in the book, they say that the Buddha, in the Suttas, there is only two moments, arising and cessation. Arising and cessation. There's no called titi. Only two moments. But Abhidhamma say three moments. Actually, they are not correct. If we look at this Sutta, we can understand that will be three sub-moments. Arising and stay for a while, but even at stay present, it alterates, changing. Then vanishing. Then we can compare with our life. Then we were born, there's a arising, and we die, vanishing. But within these two moments, alteration, our body, our mind, changing, alteration, while it persists. So here, what I want to say is, we can learn Abhidhamma theory, three sub-mind moments. And also in Majjhima Nikaya, we have one Sutta, Anupada Sutta, 111, 111, Sutta number 111. So in that Sutta, the Sutta talk about how Venerable Sariputta became arahant. So Venerable Sariputta trying to attain the first jhana. Then after that, attaining jhana is samatha. Then he contemplate jhana factors in terms of three ways: how they arise, how they present, how they disappear. In that Sutta also we can find three sub-mind moments. So what I want to say is then he go to second jhana. In the second jhana, he trying to practice how jhana factor arises and present and passes away. So if we look at this Sutta, we can understand a bit what the Abhidhamma says is correct. And also in later we have to learn regarding with the jhana. In most of the Suttas, we can see only 4 jhana, 4 jhana. But Abhidhamma say 5 jhana. The reason why Abhidhamma say we can find in the Suttas. So later we'll talk about it. So here, the main point here is the sankhara. What is sankhara? Conditioned things. So it's something, if the phenomena has 3 characteristics, that is called sankhara, conditioned things. Arising and alteration while it persists, and vanishing. Our mind arises and changing and alteration while it persists, then disappear. Then there we have a physical phenomena arises and stay for a while, then passes away. So that for that reason it's called 5 aggregate or sankhara, because they have 3 characteristics. So I think we must know what is sankhara, otherwise you will not understand the definition of insight, vipassanā. In Tatiya Samadhi Sutta, so as you all know that the Buddha recommend the Buddha is encouraging the monks, if you do not have a vipassanā, then you have to approach to the monks who achieve vipassanā, and we have to ask in this way: how, friend, should conditioned phenomena be seen? Sankhara here. How, friend, should conditioned phenomena be seen? Sankhara. How sankhara katapan. Katanuko also sankhara tatapa. How should conditioned phenomena be explored? Sankhara samasitapa. How should conditioned phenomena be discerned by insight? Sankhara vipasitapa. Katan sankhara vipasitapa. So actually, if you look at these questions, we understand the definition of insight, definition of vipassana. But here, we have to understand if you can see conditioned phenomena in their true nature, that is insight. If you can explore, you know. So here, actually here, samasitapa literally means you, how to say, you touch, you know. Not touching, it's a, how to say, grasping, you know, just like a grasping. Suppose then I have one object here. I do not know what is it. Then I take it and look it thoroughly, you know, thoroughly. Sorry? Yeah, same, examining. But actually, more, how to say, is more to that, you know. That similar to investigate. It means everything, you know. Investigating, examining, exploring conditioned phenomena. So that is called vipassana or insight. So if you can see conditioned phenomena in their true nature, if you can investigate, explore and examine conditioned phenomena in their true nature, if you discern, you know, conditioned phenomena with the insight or wisdom, that is called insight. Okay? So I think here we have the Buddha three questions. How we should see conditioned phenomena, and how we should investigate conditioned phenomena, how we should discern conditioned phenomena. So that means if you can see conditioned phenomena in their true nature, that is insight. We have a Yatha Buddha Jnana Darsana, right? The knowledge of things as they really are. So actually the body, physical phenomena, they have their own nature. We have a different state of mind. They have their own nature. So we see mind and matter, everything, conditioned phenomena, in their own way, as they really are. That is insight. Okay, let's continue. Actually, when we go, then you understand. Commentary mentioned that conditioned phenomena should be seen as impermanent, explore as impermanent, and discern with insight as impermanent, and so too as suffering and as non-self. Actually, we always learning nature, dukkha, anatta. If you see conditioned phenomena in terms of three ways: impermanent nature, suffering nature, non-self nature, that is insight. Our problem is we cannot see conditioned phenomena as impermanent. We cannot see, you know. If our parent die, we cry because we do not have a wisdom. No? Conditioned phenomena are impermanent. If you have such insight, all conditioned phenomena are impermanent. If you have such insight or wisdom, no cry, no? Not even grief in your mind. Nothing. Your mind is very clear. You understand my parents are conditioned phenomena. My parents are sankhara. Three characteristics of sankhara, right? Arising and vanishing and alteration while it persists. My parents are sankhara. They were born, they were dying. When they alive, and alteration, a lot of changes, grow old, grow old. That is sankhara, If we have such insight and wisdom, if they die, no more cry, not even grief. That is the purpose of insight, purpose of insight. Normally, we try to develop insight or wisdom by using our body and our mind. If we have a deeper level of concentrations, and we will have an understanding that our body, physical body, our mind, subject to impermanent. You yourself know it, with your own insight. Arises and passes away, arises and passes away. Then, if you know your own mind and your own body, if outside, you already know it, already know it. If outside sankhara or five aggregate, if they are impermanent, if they die, you have insight already. Everything's impermanent. Five aggregate are impermanent. Then you have an insight or wisdom. Then if they die, no crying at all. No crying at all. But such complete insight can be achieved by Arahant. Arahant and Nuratana. For that reason, Nuratana and Arahant, they do not cry. It's something vanish, vanish. They do not cry because they have a very complete understanding or insight. Actually, commentary make a final conclusion by using a lot of Sutta. We'll use the Sutta to talk about that. Here, five aggregate mental and physical phenomena, nama rupa, six senses are sankhara. When you learn Samyutta Nikaya, and you will know it, So we have a five aggregate connected discourses, and we have a six sense basis connected discourses, and also mental and physical phenomena. They are called sankhara because they have three characteristics: arising, upada, alteration, while it persists, presence, titi, cessation, vaya, upanga. So they are called sankhara because they have three characteristics. I think I want you the Suttas. I want to go to the Suttas, A nature Sutta from Samyutta Nikaya, chapter 22. Chapter 22 is a talk about five aggregate. So in a nature Sutta, actually I gave a title, three characteristics of the world, tilakkhana. So if you understand, if you see conditioned phenomena in terms of tilakkhana, three characteristics of the world, then it's called insight. It's called insight. If you can explore or investigate conditioned phenomena into three characteristics of the world, that is insight. Then if you can discern conditioned phenomena in terms of three tilakkhana, that is insight. That is insight. So in Nature Sutta, the Buddha said that 5 aggregates are impermanent. What are impermanent are suffering. What are suffering are non-self. Actually, these are tilakkhana. Tilakkhana. What are non-self should be seen as they really are, with the Kora wisdom. With the Kora wisdom, that's here. Kora wisdom is insight wisdom. If you see 5 aggregate as impermanent, suffering, non-self, that is the insight or vipassanā. Insight or vipassanā. If you have a vipassanā and you will have a Kora wisdom, they are not mine, no? They are not mine. Craving. These I am not, that is mana or conceit. These are not myself. That's the wrong view. So actually these are very, how to say, a very advanced teachings. I think it's similar to, how to say, the Anatta Lakkhana Sutta, second discourse of the Buddha. I think I will explain next week in detail. Otherwise, just reading not good. And I will explain deeper level. Any question? Any question right now? Okay, one more question. Okay. Microphone? Oh, yeah, here.
Bhante, I'm a little bit alarmed at the teaching of Sankhara, because if we see approach death as something that happens and we don't show any grief, we don't cry. You said we don't cry. That means arahants have no emotions like the rest of us, because it's only natural that we grieve and we cry.
It's a mundane point of view. Actually, normally, it's quite natural for normal people to cry or to show our sorry and grief. Quite normal for normal people. But for Arahant and the Buddha and Nuratana, actually, for them, they are, how to say, supra-mundane level, not mundane level. Supra-mundane is, how to say, spiritual level. Of course, it's very difficult to understand. Very difficult to understand. Normally, if our parents die, naturally we will cry. We will have a grief, grief. For that reason, the Buddha in the Satipatthana Sutta, the Buddha said that Soka Pridevana Samatha to overcome our sorrow and lamentation, practice meditation. If we practice meditation, and you will have a internal serenity of the mind, or samatha, then if your mind is concentrated, you will see everything, you know, your mind, your physical phenomena in your body. You will see everything in their true nature. But here, true nature is, they are not permanent. They are not permanent. You know, the mind and physical phenomena arises, right away passes away. You will say no with your own wisdom, your own insight or wisdom. Then you know that your mind, even your mind, physical body, arises and passes away. That is insight or vipassanā. So if you have such knowledge or insight based on your body and your mind, then you automatically understand they are also the same with me. They have a mind and body. So they are also sankhara, conditioned phenomena. They arises and they will vanish. Why it persists? Alteration. So the same thing, if your parents died, you know that fire aggregate. The nature of fire aggregate, arising, vanishing. Why it persists? Alteration. Change it, you know, change it. Then you have an insight or understanding. If you have an insight or understanding, you fully accept it, you know, fully accept it. There's no sorrow or lamentation, let alone cry. So what I'm going to say is, such type of insight, you know, if you have such type of insight or vipassanā, then you will overcome sorrow, lamentation, etc.
Even if you have that insight, Bhante, your grief may not be prolonged because of your understanding of impermanence.
Yeah.
But if you don't show any reaction, even Ananda, when Ananda had been with Buddha for so many years, even at the moment that he knew that Buddha was passing away, he cried.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
okay. More question? No. Actually, please, try to focus, you know. Trying to have a internal serenity of the mind. Right now, because I think that you are very eager to go back. That's important case, you know. That's important teachings. I would say that important teachings, which is related to insight or vipassanā. It's such a point, you know, such a point. He make a very good question. Not question, it's a statement. Normally, in this case, Venerable Ananda is a Sotapanna. Actually, his insight not complete, only 25%. 25% insight or wisdom. So now he encounter with a very big loss. The Buddha, he always talk, he always stay. Now no more, die. Very big loss for him. So he couldn't bear it. That means he has only 25% of insight. Not his insight or vipassanā is not powerful to persist, you know, to to persist, to resist. Great loss, you know. Then Venerable Anuruddha. Venerable Anuruddha is a Arahant. No crying, no grief, no sorrow. We have the commentary, they will use the word samvega. Samvega means urgency or spiritual urgency. He just contemplate all sankhara are conditioned phenomena. So all conditioned phenomena are subject to impermanence. Next week, we will study what important verses taught by at the moment of passing away. So I think very important. So what I want to say is the Venerable Anuruddha is a Arahant, no defilements, his insight and vipassanā 100%. So he fully understand the Buddha five aggregate. So the Buddha body, sankhara, conditioned phenomena. So he have an insight or understanding that sankhara are subject to impermanent. Then the Buddha died, he accept it, no crime, not even sorrow, not even sorrow. At the time, Venerable Ananda is restless, crying, he couldn't accept it. Then he asked a lot of questions to the Buddha before he died. Some of the questions are meaningless, just like how we should treat to your body when you die. Then the Buddha say, none of your business. None of your business. Because cremating my body is none of your business. So there are kings and rich people, they will take care of my body. Like this. So the Buddha is going to die, but actually not dying yet, very quiet. He is entering jhana, entering jhana. Then he cried, thinking that the Buddha is dying. Then he asked Venerable Anuruddha. Venerable Anuruddha said, no, the Buddha hasn't died yet. He's entering jhana. No? Then, without Venerable Anuruddha, there will be no proper arrangement, at the time of death. If Venerable Ananda have to manage all the affair, at the time, many chaos, many chaos. The Venerable Anuruddha, as a Arahant, very serene and calm. There's no sorrow in his mind. He do what he should. We call in Abhidhamma, such state of mind is called Kriya Cheta. Functional consciousness, functional mind. He just function what he should do. We shouldn't say no emotion. Emotion, of course, Venerable Anuruddha also emotion. Emotion means, it doesn't mean negative emotion. He will, he will arrange everything. He will tell the people to wait Venerable Mahakassapa to come. So he arranged everything mindfully and also calmly, without any sorrow in his mind. Here we can compare two people. Venerable Ananda just Sotapanna. His insight or wisdom regarding with sankhara only 25%. But Venerable Anuruddha 100%. For that reason, he can accept, great loss. No crying at all. So I think if we compare two monks, at the time of the Buddha, the last moment of the Buddha, and we can understand. Insight is important, right? If we have a not powerful insight, if our problem is very big, we cannot stand. Okay, I think that is connected with the insight. So thank you for your time. So we'll continue next week. Yo varatam bhavato manu jesu sakyamuni bhagavakata kecho paragato bala vidiya samangi Dansukatan saranathamupemi raga vi kamaninjamasokan dhamma masangata mapatikulan Madhurami mambagunan suvipatan Dhamma mimam saranathamupemi Yathachadenam palamahu Chatusu susisu purisa yugesu atacha pogala dhammatasate sangami mansaranathamupemi sadhu sadhu sadhu. Okay, thank you everyone.